Hello students. So today we shall be discussing the questions on art and culture from 2025 question paper. So let's start our discussion. Our question is, discuss the salient features of the Harappan architecture. Very easy question, right? The question on Harappan civilization, IVC. But the mistake what the most of the students will do, they will write the question on the Harappan civilization. So they will read the question, let's discuss the salient features of Harappan civilization, and they will keep on writing various features of civilization. But the question is asking only about Harappan architecture and not the other features. So what the students must write, they must write only about the architecture. What they should not write, they should not write about the Harappan economy. They should not write about the art. They should not write about the pottery or about the seals. They should not write about the trade. They should not write about the religion or the society. These all things you don't have to write. You have to write just about the architecture, and architecture is one of the features of Harappan civilization. Okay, so this is the second thing what the students must not write. Now, third thing, to write about the architecture, you must know that what all things come under the architecture, right? Then only you can easily segregate the points which you already read about the Harappan civilization. That okay, these 3 points were of the art, these 3 points I can include in architecture, these 3 points I can include in economy or society. So first of all, you must know, right, that what all things must come under the architecture. So for example, what you can include, that no type of material or type of bricks used, right? What can come in the architecture? The town planning. What can come under the architecture? The drainage system or the industrial infrastructure, okay, or the type of residential buildings there. Okay, so these all things will come under the architecture. Now, please go on remembering that to fill these all headings, what all things you can write as you have already read in Harappan architecture, and provide the examples also. Okay, because here the directive is to discuss. So it's not right you will just write 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the features of Harappan architecture. You have to explain those features in 1 or 2 lines. Then you have to provide the examples also. Okay, so this will be the part of your body. So overall these things we have discussed about the body. Okay, now what all will come in the introduction? So in the introduction you can simply write that Harappan civilization is part of first urbanization, and this urbanization was known for its uniformity, for its pragmatism, for its greatest engineering architectures. So in this way, simply you can write the introduction, and finally you can conclude the answer. See, on any answer of art and architecture, try to relate that thing with the present context. So see here also about the Harappan urbanization or architecture, you can write that it had a great civic sense and it continues to inspire the architecture even in the present times or modern times. So that's it. So this will be the framework of your complete answer. So any simple introduction of Harappan civilization or architecture. Then in the body, you have to focus only on the architecture and not on the other features. These are the features which you should not write. Okay. And finally, the conclusion. Okay, so now we will be discussing briefly that what all things should come here, because see, if the directive is to discuss, you have to write the points, you have to explain those points in 1 or 2 lines, then you have to provide the examples also, because descriptive is very comprehensive keyword. Okay, so I have given some of the points, now we will discuss those points in brief, then I will provide you the time to write the answer. Okay, so first of all, let's discuss. First of all, we are discussing the body. Because see, it's not like you read the question, then you will think, okay, what should I write for the introduction, then what should I write for the conclusion. First of all, prepare a very good framework for the body. Introduction will automatically come. So first of all, let's prepare for the body. So see, 3-4 points. See, and it's not like you'd have to remember no very out of the box thing. Those 3-4 points which you have already read about the Harappan architecture, those points only you have to write. But you must know, okay, these are the part, this is the part of architecture, this is of art, this is of society, this is of economy. So first of all, very simple thing, I will talk about town planning. And in town planning, as you know, you have already read about the grid planning, about the grid structure. And second thing, what you have read is about the roads cutting at 90 degrees. And one more important point here, that please try to make small diagrams. Okay, so it will add no extra mark, 0.5 or 1 mark. So for example, you are making this diagram, that no, this was the grid pattern. For example, here are the houses and these are the roads cutting at 90 degrees. Okay, very simple thing. So here of any town you can write. For example, Lothal only you can write. So you have described and you have given the example. Okay, let me talk about the material, building material, because if you are talking about the architecture, material is the most important thing. So here the baked bricks were used. Okay, baked bricks. Now talking about the drainage system, you have already read that highly advanced drainage system was used. So basically, why the drainage system was advanced? For example, these are the individual houses and every individual house has its own bathroom, and these bathrooms were connected to the single drainage system, single drainage pipelines. So that's why drainage system was highly advanced. So we discussed about the town planning, about the grid planning, about the drainage structure, about the material used. You can also talk about the water conservation system. Why I am talking about the water conservation system? Because two words, Dholavira and Lothal, you have read many times. So try to relate with the architecture. You have read in Dholavira that there was water reservoir. So write about the water reservoir in Dholavira. It is kind of architecture only. Okay, you have read about Lothal. What you have read about Lothal? It's the dockyard. So here you can write about the port architecture. Or no, you can write in this way also. You can write about the public architecture. You can write about the private architecture. Public architecture, you have already read about Citadel, right? That Citadel was on the west part of the city and common houses were on the east part of the city. So make this diagram. That this is Citadel where all the administrative offices were there, and this is the area where House of Commons were there. So this is about the residential thing. Also, you can write that there was 2 stories buildings in the houses. There were staircases in the houses. Make this diagram. It will be easy to understand. Talking about the public spaces. So here you can write about the Great Bath of Mohenjo-daro. Or you can write about the granaries which were present in Harappa also and Mohenjo-daro also. So it's not like any of the thing you don't know. You have already read in the features, but you must be able to understand that these are the part of architecture. So these all things you have written, very general things are there, and we gave the examples also about the Dholavira, about Lothal, about Mohenjo-daro, about Harappa. These all things. Okay. So now please pause the video. Take 7 minutes to write your answer, and then we shall be discussing answer in brief. So let's start. See, I have given very simple introduction here. That Harappan architecture is known for planned cities, uniformity and engineering advancement. You can write a very simple example in this manner only. Now let's discuss some of the salient features. So as we discussed about the town planning, grid patterns, street cutting at right angles. So leave space here, make diagram here. Okay, now drainage architecture. So what was the main important thing? The drains were covered, there were inspection holes. Second thing, the residential architecture. So in residential architecture, what important things were there? See, for example, this is your courtyard, okay, covered by 4 sides by walls. And there is no roof in this courtyards. Multiple rooms are there in this courtyards and multiple levels were there in the building. So these things you can write. Okay, coming to public architecture, you can discuss about the granaries, about the great bath, about the assembly hall. So see, when you are seeing this video, after you have written your answer, try to write the value added points which you have not written in the answer. Now coming to the materials and techniques, so it's about the baked bricks. Now this is very important thing. They were using bitumen for waterproofing. Please write this. I think at this point you will not get in your books. So we say no that Great Bath in Mohenjo-daro is waterproof. So bitumen is used to make it waterproof. Okay, now about the fortifications and city wall architecture. So like citadel, we have already discussed, no, that this is citadel in the west side and these were the House of Commons. Okay, and there were brick walls protection also. No, in citadel, no, it was at the higher level and there were high walls also. So this also you can write. Now coming to the water management architecture, so Dholavira thing we have already discussed, and one important thing you can write about the industrial architecture also. Okay, so like the workshops, like the brick kilns, like the bead making units, these all things. So these are the very common things which you have already read. Now coming to the conclusion. So in conclusion, what does, as I have already discussed, that try to relate with the present context. So present context, what it is saying, that Harappan architectural practices show high civic sense, we know that, and continue to influence modern planning because it was forced urbanization and it had high civic sense, high civic concern. Okay, so in this way you concluded.